stream. This is a release day stream of a game that I adore very much. It's one of my favourite games of all time. It got me into the point and click genre. I did just go live and I put the wrong thing up, so I had to stop and come back out. Hopefully it will do it. Stream Elements will stop being a bitch and we'll just do the right title. But it just doesn't always make up its own mind. Let's make sure it actually is doing the right title on Twitch before we do anything. Yes, it is. Good. So I'm playing today Broken Sword Reforged. I am a Kickstarter backer for the game. I backed the Ultimate Collector's Edition quite a few months ago now, but you get two versions of the game. You get a digital version and you get a physical version. The physical version is not going to come out probably till next year, and it's still saying I'm streaming Final Fantasy when I'm not. I don't know why it's doing that, but it's wrong, so I'm going to ignore it. So I hope everyone will jump in and join me for this. I have played the game before, so I know what I'm doing, but I like to show off all like the little extra bits that you can do, or the funny side of things. But I think in this one we're going to try and do it as honestly as possible, try and keep George as honest as possible, and not try and be a dick. I did do this with Merrick over on Noel Entertainment. Go and check him out and on YouTube, and check out our joint LP, our first LP together, and it was a fun experience. We've done all of the Broken Sword series, finishing up with Broken Sword and the Serpent's Curse. I did say back in that LP at the end that I was going to do this game on my own, and I've decided that I was going to do it pre-recorded, but I'm going to do it live. I've changed my mind. I've got all weekend that I can fully focus on this and get a good line of streams out of it. I'm really excited. So without further ado, let's go into this, shall we? So first of all, the menu looks absolutely incredible. What does more do? Oh, options. Okay. So we're going to keep everything to the new require double input to skip current dialogue line. No. We'll keep it on medium. Subtitle side on medium. Contrast on normal. That all looks all good and dandy. That's the same thing. Obviously English. Interface. We'll keep these on for the moment. I probably won't need them. We're going to do it in the Reforged graphics, of course, full screen, and minimize screen border. That all looks good. Audio as well, all looks fine. Might be a little bit loud. Might turn maybe speech up a bit. There we go. So, as I said, this game came out today. Literally, it took me probably about an hour to find my freaking code, because I appreciate the email that got sent out that was actually signed by Charles, the director of the game, and I think he's done a great job with this, and the team, of course, over at Revolution Software. The fact that they are doing Broken Sword 6 and brought out this game before that game, I think was a really good idea, and I really appreciate their work in order to get this out today. Really excited for this, really excited. Obviously, of course, like I said, I know what I'm doing, but I'm going to show off as much as I can, and we are going to watch the opening cutscene, even though it is quite a long cutscene, and I will be muting my mic so you guys can enjoy it. So without further ado, let's go into this with a new game. Oh, so enjoy the interactive story at your own pace. Integral actions you have tried before are removed. Automatic hints for general guidance during play. I think we'll do the story one. Obviously, it's a new thing. So the classic game experience. Keep track of repeat actions by yourself. So integral actions you have tried before are removed. Minimal hints only. We'll do it on this one because this is a different kind of play style. And let's start. Okay, so we're going to use the mouse. I don't know what. I don't want. No. It's teaching me all these. I know how to do it. Fuck off, I don't want to do this. I know how you do it, game. Please. Please.
Paris in the fall, the last months of the year and the end of the millennium. The city holds many memories for me, of cafes, of music, of love, and of death.
Right off the bat, you can see that the graphics look so much nicer, a lot cleaner. Oh, man, it looks so good. Oh, fucking fantastic job, guys. Fantastic job. Amazing work. Amazing work. Anyway, I'll let you guys enjoy the cutscene. I'll be right back after it.
As I picked myself up, all I could hear was the ceaseless drone of traffic. Life went on around me. But the explosion was to change my life forever.
So, right off the bat, a lot more details. They pop. Literally pop off the screen. The detail in everything in these backgrounds is incredible. This is not just taking the original game and oomping it up. This is completely... This is not a remake. Let's just say that right now. This is a remastered. But I will say this. This is by far, I think, the best remastered I think I've ever seen for a game. I don't think there's another... I can't think of another remaster or another game that I've played that has been this good. The time they have taken to do this, the effort they've gone into all the little bits on the ground from all... I never saw all these things down here. Never noticed it before. But in this, there's so much more detail.
The table had been overturned by the explosion. The table had been overturned by the explosion. I considered straightening the table, but I figured it best not to disturb the evidence. The umbrella had protected me from the bomb blast, but it was of no use to me now. The umbrella had protected me from... I contemplated crawling under the umbrella and pretending none of this had ever happened.
So, how do I get to like the menu? Do I just... Ah, okay. So, menu options. Let's make a save. Would have been nice to actually look at this, but they haven't got an option, but it's fine.
It was an iron lamppost. Wrapped around the lamppost was a newspaper. The leading article referred to the visit of a Nobel Prize winner from some unpronounceable Eastern European state. That was the only news story. The rest was rumor, gossip, and sensationalism. Then I noticed the writing at the foot of the page. It read Salah ad-Din, 1345. It was a Paris daily tabloid newspaper, full of sex, scandal, and sports results.
Okay, so, like I said earlier, the detail just pops off the screen. Let's go into the alleyway. Now, some funny things you can do in this alleyway. I thought they would have moved one of the fucking bins, two of the bins for a minute, but they hadn't. Just look at all the fucking way they've just taken all the stuff that's in this thing and just made it so much nicer. All the stuff on the ground, the crate, which I never noticed in the original game.
It was a plastic
was
crate.
There.
There was nothing of interest. The window was protected by stout-looking iron bars. The drain pipe looked as if it would bear my weight. I took a deep breath and prepared to climb the drain pipe. I guess the clown hadn't escaped over the rooftops. I decided I'd had enough of messing with that drain pipe. The drain pipe hung limp and useless.
Well, that's your fault, George. Boxes. I didn't know it's them.
It was a stack of cardboard boxes which had once contained bottles of wine. I examined the boxes closely. They were damp and smelly and decidedly empty. It was a battered old trash can. It was a battered old trash can. It smelled like someone had dumped a truckload of fish in a locker room on a hot summer afternoon.
I noticed the smell coming out the bin there. That's a nice little touch. Oh,
It was a battered old trash can.
It's highlighting the grate there. Oh, black and white cat.
It was an iron cover concealing the entrance to a drain or sewer. I tried to lift the cover with my fingers, but couldn't gain any leverage.
Okay. Let's try and be decent to the waitress now. Oh my god! Look at how detailed he looks. You can actually see his face. He's not like a blur anymore.
It was the body of the old man. It was hard to believe I'd seen him alive only minutes before. I tried not to meet his stare as I searched the dead man's pockets. No wallet, no papers, no credit cards. The guy's past was a blank page. A mysteriously undamaged bottle of spirit stood on the bar.
All the detail just to the salt and pepper on the bucket on the freaking table, man.
I needed a stiff drink, but I hated the taste of brandy.
Oh, my head. Never again. How much vodka did I drink? Oh, no, don't tell me. What is your name, Sherry?
George Stobart, ma'am.
Oh, American.
She asked the question quite innocently, but I could sense her reserve. It was something which seemed to afflict all Europeans. You look like you could use a little help.
I could use a little drink. I feel sick, dizzy, and bruised. I don't even remember the party.
Just relax and take it easy. You've been knocked out.
You don't say. What happened?
There's been an explosion. You should try not to move.
Are you a doctor?
No, but I used to play hospitals when I was a kid. Can you remember anything at all?
No. I need a drink. Pour me a brandy.
You could be in shock. No alcohol.
What about your man? Is he dead?
Yes, he is.
Ah, mon Dieu.
What?
She didn't respond. If I wanted another cappuccino, I'd have to serve myself. The pretty young waitress was unconscious.
Yeah, you just freaking knocked her out again, George. Alright, now we need to go over to here. And obviously it's sparkling, which is showing us we need to go this way.
Freeze! Hold it, right there.
Oh, don't shoot. I'm innocent. I'm an American.
Can't make up your mind, eh?
I demand to see the American consul.
Drop your weapons and get down on the ground.
Put that thing away, Sergeant Moo. I apologize, monsieur, but I cannot permit you to leave.
Am I under arrest?
Ah, no, I would simply like to ask you some questions. En avant, to the café, marche. What a mess. This bombing is an outrage, is it not?
Stop that, monsieur. Stop holding your breath at once.
Has it occurred to you that he may be dead, Moo?
Oui, monsieur. But I prefer to look on the bright side. Besides, I recall a case where the killer escaped by feigning death. However, in this case, the man is quite dead. Clearly, the killer knew of his presence and...
How many times have I warned you about premature extrapolation? All we know is that he is dead.
George's face
It
looks
seemed
weird.
reasonable to assume...
A great detective assumes nothing.
Just the way he's
Take
looking at them.
Maigret, for instance.
But he was a fictitious character, monsieur. Why, he was no more real than Poirot or Tintin.
That's different, Moo. They were comedy Belgians. Anyway, it is unlikely that even you will learn much from talking to the dead. Examine the girl and take her statement, if you can. Et maintenant, to business. Your name, please?
George Stobart. I'm from California.
And what brings you to Paris, Monsieur Stobart?
Travel. I'm touring Europe.
You chose well. The city is most beautiful at this time of year, no?
Yeah, I guess so, apart from the bomb blasts.
Were you in the vicinity of the cafe at the time of the explosion?
Yeah, I was sitting out on the sidewalk. I was lucky I wasn't killed. The inspector passed over my remark with no reaction.
Did you see the deceased enter the cafe?
Yes, I did.
Was he alone?
Yeah.
And did he say anything to you?
No, he was more interested in the waitress.
Did you see anyone else in the cafe?
Yeah, there was a guy dressed as a clown. He was carrying an accordion.
An accordion? Bon, the picture is forming in my mind, and it is not a pretty one. Is the girl all right, Moo?
She'll live. She confirms the American statement. A clown with an accordion, no doubt an elaborate and eccentric disguise.
Very well. Eh bien, I have heard enough.
What do you mean?
I am satisfied that you know nothing. You may leave. I hope this little incident does not spoil the rest of your vacation.
What about my personal safety? Can't you at least give me some advice?
What can I say? Stay alert and look out for suspicious characters.
And don't cross the road until the little man shows green.
Great advice.
I honestly believe you are in no danger, monsieur. Should you remember anything of importance, please contact me. My card.
Thanks.
That is all. You may go.
There's not much to go on, monsieur.
On the surface, no. But what lurks inside the subconscious? If the door can only be opened.
Are you serious, monsieur? I thought your interest in psychic detection was purely academic.
Academic? You are about to witness a scientific breakthrough.
You can actually see her camera around her chest. Or around her neck, rather. So well detailed.
The girl presented a confident but sullen mask to the world. An expression more suited to the face of a delinquent youth.
Excuse me, mademoiselle?
Hi, my name's George Stobart.
Oh, an American by the sound of it.
Yeah, that's right. On holiday in Paris. Some holiday, huh?
You were here when the bomb went off?
Sure was. Sat right out front of the cafe.
Did you notice a middle-aged man, maybe 60, with an hat and overcoat?
I couldn't believe it. She hadn't even asked how I was feeling. Yeah, he went inside just before the bomb exploded. You weren't related to him, were you?
Oh no, nothing like that. I am Nicole Collard from La Liberté.
Well, what's that, some kind of nightclub?
No, it is a newspaper.
You're a reporter?
I'm a freelance photojournalist.
Say, you can interview me about the bombing. You know, an eyewitness account. Minutes after the outrage that shook the whole of Paris. You know, real-life drama, human interest, that kind of stuff.
I'll just stick to the facts, thank you. Did you see who planted the bomb?
I know it sounds crazy, but he was dressed like a clown.
Oh God, it's him again.
Have you met the clown before?
It's a long story.
I have plenty of time.
I don't.
Who was the guy you were supposed to meet?
His name was Plantar. I didn't know him, but he called me last night. He said he had a story which would interest me. He asked me to meet him at the cafe. I guess I'll never know what he wanted to tell me.
Not unless you have Rosso's gift for psychic interrogation. How did Plantar get your name?
Through the newspaper La Liberté. I'd written an article linking 2 unsolved murders. One in Italy, the other in Japan. The cases were remarkably similar. A wealthy victim, no apparent motive, and a costumed killer. Plantar said he could supply me with more information.
You speak very good English for a French girl.
Thanks. You speak very good English from America.
Do you know a police officer called Rosso?
Rosso? Our paths have a knack of crossing. If I didn't know better, I'd say it was deliberate. Have you seen Rosso? Is he here?
He's inside, attempting to question a witness with his psychic powers.
What? That guy is weird.
Yeah. Rosso didn't blink when I told him about the clown. It's as if he already knew.
That is typical of a cold fish like Rosso. I've seen cheeseburgers with more spunk.
I found this newspaper outside the cafe.
That is not a newspaper, it's a gossip rag.
It may have belonged to Plantar.
So, he had a taste for sensationalist smut with right-wing bias. That doesn't tell us much.
There's something written in it. Salah Eddin, 1345.
It sounds like a betting tip. The name of the horse and the time of the race. What do you think?
That's what I thought, but the name of the meeting isn't given.
Well, so what? I'm not the least bit interested in horse racing, are you?
No, but it could be a clue to the killer's next move.
Do you think his next victim will be the jockey? Or the horse?
She looked at me with a playful twinkle in her eye. Okay, it's a long shot. Look, the inspector gave me his card.
Oh, I didn't know his first name was Augustin. It suits him, I must say.
Are you sure you don't want to look at this paper?
Positive, thanks. I don't read sensationalist rags like that.
Why won't you tell me about this clown?
Why do you want to get involved?
Because he almost killed me. Isn't that reason enough?
I guess so. Listen, I'll give you my phone number. You help me with my story, and I'll let you in on what I know. And let's get one thing straight right now. This is strictly business.
Okay, it's a deal.
I have to go develop these pictures. À bientôt, monsieur.
Fine, I'll, see you soon.
Okay. Right, let's make a save. We have done a few things since we last saved. I'm going to keep a few other saves back so I can go back to something if I need to. So there's a really funny thing you can do with this worker.
The muscular workman wore a morose expression, like a silent warning to leave him to get on with his job. It was a huge and weighty-looking engineer's telephone.
Don't touch that phone!
Sorry. It was a tent made out of plastic sheeting. It was a battered metal toolbox. Hi, can you spare a few minutes?
I thought you'd been arrested.
No, it was a misunderstanding.
When he pulled that gun, gah! I thought that was it. Those automatics pack quite a punch, you know?
He made a
my
mistake.
friend.
He thought I was a terrorist.
You? A terrorist? Ha!
He was only doing his duty, I guess.
So thank you for joining, Liam. Really appreciate it. I've said at the start that I'm a backer for this game. So this is the Reforged of the original Broken Sword. I don't know if you've played any of the Broken Swords, but if you haven't, you should definitely give them a try. But this one, being a backer, I got the game. Got the game today, even though it took me ages to find out where it bloody well was. Oh mate, you're missing out. Oh my god, you're missing out on a game like this, honestly. But if you're gonna get a game, get this one, because this is the original game gone from 480p to 4K, and I've played both. And the director's cut that adds a few extra things in, which isn't worth playing. The director's cut, I'll be honest. This is the definitive way to play this game now. But if you haven't played any of the Broken Swords, definitely play it. Definitely try them. They're really, really good. Really fun. This game has death, so you can die. The main character's name is George Stobart, and this is his first adventure. So I'm going to have a collector's edition hopefully coming next year. But yeah, I was really excited for this, even though it took me ages to find it. But you can actually have some fun with this workman. I'll show that off in a minute.
Did you see a clown come by this way?
A clown? Like in a circus?
You should
Yeah,
definitely
with
should.
makeup and a big red nose.
Huh! Those guys are funny, aren't they?
Not in my experience.
I love the circus, especially the horses.
You haven't answered my question. Have you seen a clown?
You think I've
Oh,
got
that's
time
fine,
to
no
watch
worries.
everyone who passes by? Some of us have to work for a living.
Watch it later if you can. Are you going to go live tonight with more Metal Gear, or are you not going to do it tonight?
Look, I know you're busy, but surely you'd have noticed a clown.
I told you already. I didn't see a thing.
He was wearing multicolored baggy trousers and makeup.
He'd be a poor sort of clown if he didn't.
Listen, I have to find that clown. He's a killer.
Say, who are you anyhow? A cop?
No, of course not. I mean, do I look like a cop?
I guess not. How do you know this guy's a killer? Did you see him in action?
Didn't you hear the explosion? The cafe was blown up.
I wondered what that bang was. Any bodies?
Yeah, an old man was killed.
Merde. I didn't think it was that serious. What about the waitress?
Oh, she's fine.
Thank the saints.
Did you see an old guy with a briefcase?
Wait, silly old coot. Do you know what he said to me? Work fascinates me, he says. I could watch it all day. Quelle bite. I could have knocked his block off.
I could have knocked his block off.
Did you recognize the old man?
No. Should I have done? Was he a celebrity?
No, but I guess he is now. His name was Plantar.
Was he the one who died in the cafe?
Yeah.
That's too bad. Now I wish I hadn't called him what I did. If only I could turn back the clock. If only I'd been more tolerant.
Regret and remorse are strange emotions. They really bring out the hammiest actors in people. I gotta go.
Don't let me keep you.
Set into the huge gate was a smaller access door. The door was securely locked. It was a battered metal toolbox.
Hey, stop that! Get away from there! What do you think you're doing?
I was admiring your toolbox.
Are we? Had a good look, have you? I'm warning you, if you touch it, I'll crack your nut.
Okay, I get your point.
If you touch it, I'll crack your nuts.
Hey, what did I tell you? Don't touch!
Okay already.
Hey, clear off! Don't touch that phone!
Sorry.
Oh, I love the new map. Oh, it looks fucking beautiful. Oh man, the level of detail. It's got a map and a bloody wanted poster there. Oh, it looks so good.
The policeman was not much older than me. His face wore an expression of intense concentration. Excuse me.
Not so fast. I'd like your personal details, please.
Huh? What for?
In the event of an accident, it would help us to know where to send the body.
Look, is this really necessary? I came in here to talk to Rosso.
Why did you not say?
Have you had any reports concerning a suspicious clown?
Why, yes. There was a fracas only this morning. 3 arrests for public disorder.
And you say there was a clown involved?
A clown and a particularly offensive piece of sculpture with balloons. Are you in any way involved with the reprobate, monsieur?
No, not me. May I see Inspector Rosso?
He's not here.
But
Do you wish to leave a message for him? I have a choice of blue or black pen. I'd recommend the blue for a less formal communication.
I'd prefer to talk to him in person.
As you wish, monsieur.
Do you know anything about Rosso's psychic techniques?
I cannot comment on my superior's methods. All I will say is that Inspector Rosso has an impressive record.
He's a good detective?
One of the best. He's a man of honor, with a fine sense of duty.
You wouldn't say he was a screwball?
Not to his face, monsieur.
So you'd say it without looking at him directly in his face then?
Is Sergeant Moo available?
What? You want to speak to him?
Yes, please.
I cannot recall the last time someone asked to speak to Moo. No one ever speaks to him. Not even his kids. Eh bien. He is not here, monsieur. He is with Inspector Rosso. Like Laurel and Kitten. No, monsieur?
Hardy. Oliver Norville Hardy. Take a look at this.
Inspector Rosso's personal card. Where did you get this?
He gave it to me.
Why?
I think he was impressed with my powers of observation. He asked me to contact him if I had any information.
I see. You are a grass.
Did I show you Rosso's card?
Yes, you did.
What do you make of this newspaper?
There's a story about a Nobel Prize winner from, somewhere I can't pronounce.
Yes. And someone has written Salah ad-Din.
Well, that's a mystery to me.
What do you make of this newspaper?
Nothing.
Thanks for your help, officer.
Okay, we haven't really got anywhere else to go apart from back to the thingy. What's it? The cafe. That's the one.
Excuse me, Sergeant.
You heard the inspector. Go on, monsieur.
Did you find the victim's briefcase yet?
No, sir. The inspector gave me specific instructions to guard this door. Until he countermands these orders or backup arrives, here I stay.
I've just noticed something. That's the arm of Plantar there. I've not noticed that before.
I really did see the clown. He ran into the alley across the street.
Did you follow him?
I lost him. I figured he went underground.
Do you know how many kilometers of sewers there are beneath this great city?
It's not a question I've lost sleep over.
I have no doubt that Inspector Rousseau will organize a proper search.
How did you and Rosso arrive at the scene of the explosion so quickly? You arrived within minutes. Was it a tip-off?
Inspector Rousseau's sources are a perpetual mystery to me, monsieur. There are some who say he has made a pact with the devil.
And what do you think?
I think he is the devil.
What is Rosso doing with that girl?
He is giving her the once-over, as you Americans say.
Huh?
Once he gets his teeth into a case, nothing will shake him off.
Was he serious about all that psycho-detective stuff?
Of course. Inspector Rousseau is a pioneer and a visionary. His revolutionary methods, once perfected, may change the face of law enforcement forever.
I can't see it taking off in L.A. I was one of the last people to see the victim alive, Sergeant.
Does that worry you?
Yes, it does. I feel I owe it to him to find his killer.
That is best left to the authorities, monsieur. Did he speak to you? Tell you anything?
No, he just grinned and nodded.
Don't let it trouble you, monsieur. Go home and try to forget.
I found this in the street, Sergeant.
That, monsieur, is a newspaper, no?
There's a note written on it. Salah Eddin, 1345.
Ah, so the meeting with the clown was planned.
How do you make that out?
The time of the explosion was between 1:30 and 2 o'clock, n'est-ce pas?
I guess so. But what about the name?
Aha!
That stumped you, hasn't it?
I have never been stumped, as you put it, in my life, monsieur. It is the name assumed by the clown, no?
Salah Eddin the clown? I don't think so.
I have never been stumped, as you put it, in my life, monsieur.
I know the identity of the dead guy. His name was Plantar.
Is that so? You knew him, did you?
No, but
We'll know everything there is to know about him soon enough.
I'm trying to be helpful here.
The best way you can help us is to go home, monsieur.
Look, Sergeant, the inspector gave me his card.
Yes, monsieur. He wants you to advise him if you have any information concerning this case.
Well, I'd be glad to talk with him, but I don't want him working his psycho weirdness on me.
Ah, no, monsieur. You are confusing the science of parapsychology with witchcraft.
Oh, yeah? What's the difference?
We don't do sacrifices.
I've got Inspector Rosso's address card.
Yes, monsieur. You showed me before.
Did I show you this newspaper?
Yes, monsieur.
See you later, Sergeant.
Right, let's go back to the workman and talk to him again.
Hey, you!
What do you want now?
What's in the toolbox?
What's in the toolbox? As if you didn't know. What's the big deal about tools, anyhow?
They're cool. Tools are civilization.
You don't say.
That's right. Tools are what distinguish us from other animals.
Who are you calling an animal? I've met your sort before. Looking down your nose at me because I'm working class, huh? I've a good mind to knock your block off.
What kind of tools do you keep in your box?
Huh? You really are interested in tools?
Sure, like I said, tools are...
Yeah, civilization. So you keep saying.
So, are you gonna show them to me?
Am I? Why, you?
Aw, come on. Just a little peek.
I've got work to do. Find someone else to bother.
Do you have a tool for lifting manhole covers?
As it happens, I do.
Cool. Lend it to me, just for a few minutes.
No,
Oh, come on!
no, get your own.
Let me explain what I'm going to do with your manhole lifting tool.
Let me explain what I'm going to do with my pick.
Oh, hey, forget it. I'll come back when you're in a better mood.
It doesn't get any better than this.
Take a look at this.
You told me you weren't a cop.
Don't shout about it. I'm working undercover.
Who are you looking for?
That's confidential. Check out my card.
I've seen it already.
Would you like to read my newspaper?
I haven't got time to read that. Can't you see I'm busy?
You could read it on your lunch break.
10 minutes is all I get. And if my boss had his way, I wouldn't get that. He'd have me on a drip, so I didn't have to stop to eat.
Oh, take the newspaper and quit complaining.
Bah! Look at this. Damn bleeding out liberals. Cha! Save the dolphins. Catch them and eat them, I say. All that fuss over a bunch of fish. Nah, that's more like it. Look at the size of those. Like champagne bottle corks, no? Ah, what's this? Saladin running in the Prix de l'Arc de Triomphe.
It's a racehorse?
A horse? A legend. Bucephalus reborn, mon ami. Like a streak of lightning she is. Do me a favor, won't you? Keep an eye on my hole. I'm off to put some money on that night.
What about your toolbox?
Stuff it. Help yourself.
Bye-bye, fromage.
I'd found just what I wanted. A tool for lifting manhole covers.
Okay, let's just drop a save down. Now we've done that. And also just slightly alter the audio. So maybe have the speech a little bit higher and the music a little bit lower. Should be better. Let me know if it's too loud. Anyone who, let me know. I'll upload this to YouTube, so let me know in the comments. I'm not going to edit this video much when I upload it to YouTube. I'm going to keep it as raw and as raw video as possible.
Excuse me, Sergeant.
Please go away, monsieur.
What do you suppose this tool is used for, Sergeant Moo?
It looks like something an obstetrician would use, monsieur.
I don't think so. I found it in that workman's toolbox.
Found it? I hope you did not steal it, monsieur.
Do I look like a common thief? He asked me to look after his hole and his belongings.
You certainly know how to enjoy your vacation to the fullest, monsieur.
Did I show you my tool, Sergeant?
Yes, monsieur. Unfortunately, you did.
See you later, Sergeant. The blast had blown out the glass, leaving a gaping hole. I examined the jagged glass remaining in the window. It was broken, all right.
It was broken, all right. Oh, I just love his observation of things that he does in this kind of shit. I just love his observation. It's brilliant. Absolutely fucking brilliant. Right, let's take the tool and open up the sewer.
I lifted the cover to reveal what smelt like the entrance to a sewer.
can hear rats and oh my god, there's a dead rat there. Oh my god, I've never noticed that before. Oh my god, the things that are popping out at me in this play so far have been wow. A dead rat.
It was a shiny red plastic ball sat incongruously on the slippery green slimed floor. As I picked up the plastic ball, I realized it was intended to be worn. It was the clown's red nose. It was a soggy, crumpled paper tissue. I scooped up the sodden tissue. It was cold and greasy, like breakfast leftovers. The railing was put there for a simple reason, to stop people getting past. It worked.
Oh, what's wrong, George? Can you not move the railing there?
It was a small scrap of cloth caught on the rusting spike. I took hold of the scrap of material and unsnagged it from the spike.
So when we go up here, we'll meet someone who won't talk to us unless we show him a specific item. I'm going to go ahead and show the item straight away because it's just basically him refusing to talk to you. So there's no point showing off anything else. We do that in our playthrough of with me and Merrick.
Hi there.
Hold it right there, you sewer rat. I knew you'd come back. And now I've got you.
What are you talking about?
You're trespassing. Come out of there, immediately.
That's what I'm trying to do. Give me your hand.
Ha! You won't catch me with tricks like that. Keep your distance, monsieur.
Okay, okay.
Now, what were you looking for?
A telephone. I need to make an urgent call.
There is no telephone here. I want to know what you were doing in the sewer.
Didn't you hear the explosion?
In the sewer? A deadly cocktail of combustible gases and chemicals, most likely.
No, at the cafe. A deadly cocktail of accordion music and villainy. Most definitely.
What? The cafe? Blown up? Mon Dieu, that is awful. Did you say accordion music?
Yeah, that fiend had no mercy. He was disguised as a clown. By the time the bomb went off, he'd run to the sewer and made his escape.
Ah, mon Dieu. And then, the man I chased, do you think that man and the clown are one and the same?
Well, yes, it had crossed my mind.
Ah, that still does not explain what you were doing down the sewer. For all I know, you are in league with him.
Oh no, I'm just a tourist.
Haha, most tourists are content with the Eiffel Tower, the Louvre, or the Pigalle. I didn't realize my waste pipes were such an attraction.
It actually has red and blue on the tissue. The nose actually looks like a nose, which is amazing. And what I love about that is the card. You can actually see his name.
Perhaps you'd like to take a look at my card?
Mm-hmm. What is this? Inspector Augustin Rousseau? What does that say? Hominoid Division?
A homicide. I think the ink's smudged.
Mm-hmm. Then you are not a tourist.
Okay, I'm not. I lied to you. And I'm sorry.
Don't apologize, monsieur. You know, I had a feeling there was something different about you. It is your posture, your poise. Oh, yes. There is no mistaking the bearing of a disciplined man. And I should know. I was in the army, you know. When I was your age, I was fighting for my life in the African desert. How can I help you, Inspector?
Let's start over from the beginning and tell it just like it was. Take a look at this false nose.
Aha! That looks like a clown's nose to me.
Precisely. He must have dropped it in his panic.
Unless he wanted you to find it.
Why would he want to do that?
To put you off the scent.
Take a look at this false nose.
You showed me before, monsieur.
What does this tissue mean to you?
Nothing, monsieur. It's disgusting. What on earth possessed you to show it to me? Someone had emptied their nostrils into it.
Did I show you this tissue?
Oui, monsieur.
This is what I used to open the manhole cover.
I have one just the same as that, monsieur. I will fetch it if you like.
No, don't bother.
Oh, it is no bother, monsieur.
Nah, forget it.
Just trying to be helpful, monsieur.
Yeah, George.
Tell me about the man you apprehended.
Oh, he was a mean one, monsieur. He grabbed me in an arm lock. His face suddenly next to mine. His grip was like iron. But he did not know what he was up against. Oh no. He made a big mistake when he took on one of the desert hyenas.
Yes, I get the picture. Does the name Plantar mean anything to you?
No, it doesn't.
Do you know the waitress at the cafe?
So you don't want to hear about my experiences in the desert? I fought to make this country what it is today.
I'm sure you did, but I'm a little short of time. Was the guy you saw carrying a briefcase?
Why, yes, it was. Clutched in his arms like a baby.
That belonged to his victim.
Oh, what do you think was in it? Drugs? Stolen jewels?
I don't know, but the killer thought it was worth a man's life.
Nothing is worth that, monsieur.
Do you know the waitress at the cafe?
You can't suspect her, surely.
Just answer the question, please.
Yes, I know her. Quite well, you could say. She came to work at the cafe 7 months ago. I look forward all week to the relief she gives me when she visits.
Really? So you'd miss her if she wasn't there?
Oh, mais oui. Who else would I find to cut my toenails?
That is disgusting, my friend.
Does this piece of material mean anything to you?
That is the same cloth as the jacket I found. I'd recognize that pattern anywhere.
This is the material from the jacket you found, right?
Yes, monsieur. Without a doubt.
Now, about the jacket you found. Do you have it here?
No, monsieur. One of the sleeves was badly torn, so I sent it for repair. Pity, because otherwise it was a fine piece of quality tailoring. It had the tailor's name inside on the label.
Where did you send the jacket?
I gave it to an itinerant Romany seamstress.
Just my luck. Was there anything in the jacket pockets?
Not a sou. You know what I think?
Do tell me.
He changed out of the clown suit and cunningly disguised himself as an ordinary person.
No.
Looks like I'm up against a mastermind.
No. He didn't do that, did he?
What was the name on the label?
It was a foreign name. Todrick, I think.
Did you get the address?
There wasn't one, monsieur. Only a telephone number.
Well, I don't expect you to remember a phone number you've only seen once.
74 98 08 59.
You're kidding. That's his phone number?
Yes, that's it. A little trick with numbers that I learned in the desert. I was taught the technique by a Tuareg shaman.
That's incredible.
It comes in handy at the supermarket checkout. Do I get a reward?
Honesty, monsieur, is its own reward.
Then I'm glad I do not rely on honesty to pay the bills.
Me too.
I have to be going. Thanks to your help, the citizens of Paris can sleep a little easier tonight.
Raymond, I was only doing my duty, monsieur. Good luck, Inspector. I hope you catch that killer soon. I'll let you out. I hope you find your man, Inspector.
So do I.
Right, let's go and see if in fact Moo can tell us anything else about what we found. And then we'll finish the stream for today.
Sergeant Moo?
Yes,
Do you recognize this dirty tissue?
no, monsieur, I do not.
I found it in the sewer.
Perhaps it would be better if you put it back there.
No way! This could be an important clue.
If you say so, monsieur.
I found this red nose in the sewer.
What were you doing down there?
Fishing for clues. That's where the clown went.
You still insist you saw a clown, monsieur?
Of course. And this novelty nose proves it.
It will take more than a plastic proboscis to convince Inspector Rousseau.
You don't want this as evidence, then?
Certainly not, monsieur.
I believe this material came from the clown's clothing.
If you are right, monsieur, then the clown must be an Englishman.
Well, how do you figure that?
Only the English would wear a suit made from material like that.
Don't you like the English?
It is not so much a question of liking, rather one of taste. They have none.
That's not true.
I've tracked down the clown's movements, Sergeant.
Is that so, monsieur?
Yeah. There's a man down the street who saw him crawling out of the sewer.
Dressed as a clown?
No, he'd changed into ordinary clothes by then.
So, how did he know it was the clown?
He didn't, but all the clues add up.
Little children can add up, but I wouldn't let them manage my bank account.
See you later, Sergeant.
Right. Let's ring Nico. Actually, what we'll do, we'll go to the police station first. And we'll ring from here.
Hello? Who is this? Hi. My name's George Stobart. You don't know me.
Correct, Mr. Stobart. I don't. What can I do for you?
Well, I'm trying to trace one of your customers. Could I maybe come over and talk to you?
No. No, that's not possible.
Oh, okay. Forget it. Listen, all I want is a name.
What are you talking about? Who are you working for?
I guess you might say I'm acting in the interests of truth and justice.
Ah, thank God. I thought you were the police.
There are innocent lives at stake, Mr. Todrick. Lives that you could save.
You're collecting for charity, yes?
No, I'm not. All I want from you is information.
Go on. I'm listening.
What do you know about the clown who bombed the Café de la Chandelle Verte?
I don't have no idea what you're talking about.
You're cool, Todrick. But I think you know more than you're saying.
I don't know who you be, but sure I am you don't know what you're talking about.
I don't know if you're saying that to make me think you don't know what I mean, but... Oh, this is ridiculous. Quit playing games with me, Todrick.
I tell you, I know nothing about no clown.
Thanks for nothing, Todrick.
Bonjour, Kula.
Oh, hi. It's George Stobart, the American at the cafe.
Ah, oui.
You said to call if I could help.
Have you any news for me?
You bet. I met a witness who spoke to the clown. And I know where the killer gets his suits.
No kidding. Hey, I'm impressed.
You are? Well, it wasn't easy.
Look, why don't you come here to my apartment?
Fine. Where do you live?
361 Rue Jarry.
Okay, I'll come right over.
And we'll go and talk to the officer quickly, and then we'll go to Rougerie, and that's where we'll finish the stream for today.
Hi, it's me again.
Again?
Yes, I spoke to you earlier.
But of course. It is Monsieur Hardy.
Stobart. George Stobart. I found this red nose near the Café de la Chandelle Verte.
A clown's nose?
That's right. The guy who wore this is a savage killer.
If you say so, monsieur.
I found this tissue.
What the hell is that?
It's evidence.
Evidence of what? Mayonnaise smuggling?
The sticky stuff is grease paint.
Ah. And that is supposed to make me happy, is it? I suggest you think long and hard about what you are doing with your life, monsieur.
I found this scrap of material in the sewer.
Vraiment?
It was probably torn from the clothes of a psychotic killer.
Even if you were Sherlock Holmes, I would have trouble believing you.
Have you any idea what this tool is used for?
Oui, monsieur. It is a dipstick.
Thanks for your help, officer.
Okay. Rougerie now. Oh wow, look at the way this has been redone. Just, you can still look in there. Good. I'm glad you can. It's the same picture as on the bollard at the cafe, I think. The door looks much better. Wow, it actually looks really, really good. Really, 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 really good. Alright, that's going to be it for today in terms of Broken Sword. I have actually had a reply of how to get RE3 not to crash when it comes to playing that game. It does like to crash when I go into buildings and stuff, so I have to test it to make sure it actually doesn't do it. I think I remember what he said to Tick when he answered my problem. But yeah, thanks everyone who watched later on. To those on YouTube, if you have hit subscribe for this video, thank you very much. It means absolutely the world to me. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you for joining, Liam. I know you popped in and couldn't stay for very long, but you did chat a little bit in the chat. I know you were working at work, finishing up, and I appreciate you popping in. Make sure you give this one a watch, mate. It's definitely worth it. You won't be disappointed. But it is a bit of a slower paced game that probably you're probably used to. So it will definitely a slower paced game. So yeah, thanks again, guys, and I will see you probably. I might be doing tomorrow afternoon. Later tonight will be some more FF8 with me and Phoenix. So be sure to join me for that on Twitch. Again on Twitch, over on the PlayStation. So we'll be continuing on with our 8 playthrough. This will be going up on YouTube pretty much straight away. So be sure to keep an eye out on YouTube for that. And yeah, thanks again, guys. Really appreciate it. And probably we'll do some more of this tomorrow. If not tomorrow, it will be Saturday and probably over the weekend. I do want to do probably a good decent stream of this, probably a good couple of hours. Probably can get quite a lot done in a good couple of hours. I'm not sure how many streams this will take, but the exciting thing that I'm looking forward to is what will come when we get to the credits, because my name is in those credits, my friends. That's why I'm so excited to play this game on stream. My name is in those credits. Thanks again, guys, and I'll see you very soon.